Hey guys, it's Trisha. So I have like a million questions. You guys submitted some super awesome questions about ADIOS, all things ADIOS. So I am going to try to get through them all and yeah, let's do this. So how tall is he? He's 15'2" and he weighs right at 1,300 pounds. So he's very large and in charge. His hair routine. So he has so much hair. We definitely use, like, I love the Kevin Murphy products, and I shared like that Tease Tail Secret, and then I also like mix up some concoctions. So I like the pink concentrated stuff. That's what the Rainers use. I do try to wash and condition his hair at least once a week. His hair is really thick in the mane, like at the root. So I feel like if it's not like washed all the time, he kind of gets a little bit itchy, and then he'll want to scratch it out, and I'll cry if he rubs it out. But he has rubbed his mane out multiple times, and that's just how much it's grown since then. His tail, I always try to leave it up, bagged or wrapped. And I'm really glad some of y'all have noticed how long it is, because I really work hard. That's like the most I have ever kept a tail bagged, and it's really a giant pain. But I try to like never brush it unless we're bringing it down for a show. And then other than that, like, it's always up, braided, clean, put away as much as I can. What is his goofiest habit? Probably how much he wants to jack with me. So he's very playful, very eclectic and outgoing horse. And I feel like he just always wants to mess with me. Like, he's not always like that with everyone else. Like, he's kind of a suspicious horse. So he's not real sure about other people all the time, but with me, he's just very, very busy. It says, I would love to know your personal story with him. What created the bond that you two have with each other? I think probably just time. You know, when you're training a stallion, you really have a lot of time in it. And I think that just over time, like his and my personalities just get along really well. I think that a huge part of him being the way that he is because I allow him to be very playful and outgoing. And I feel like if you try to put his personality in a box, he wouldn't be half the horse he is today. And so I know it's super controversial, and a lot of people tell me how terrible I am with my stallion. But, you know, I think that the biggest part of competing at this level is just trying to keep him happy. And that's a big part of what keeps him happy. So, how did you pick his name, or did you pick his name? Yes, I did pick his name. It is actually some craft beer in Texas. And so my friend Nikki sent me a Snapchat, and I thought it was funny, so I saved it with AQHA. And then I figured with Tres being in Spanish, and also, you know, I wanted an A name because I was tired of my other stallion being 92 pages into every stallion auction. So I wanted to pick something that would be up in the front of the advertising. So it just worked out, and that's what we named him. And it fits him great because he's a clown. What was your timeline with him? When was he broke? When did you start him on the barrels, start exhibitioning, etc.? So we got him broke at 2. Most of my horses, I don't get him broke till like summer of their 2-year-old year. We did send him a little bit earlier to Rodney just because he is a stallion. So sometimes, you know, when they start getting that testosterone, you might start having a little bit of trouble. And so he actually was really good. So we got him back from Rodney. I started him on the barrels pretty lightly. We had him ready to exhibition by last summer. And then he actually kind of started to clock a little bit early. He's so solid, everyone just assumes like he had a ton of time. He did spend a lot of time with me on the trailer because he got hurt as a 2-year-old at a rehab place, which I've talked about a little bit. But he got hauled a lot with me, but it wasn't really necessarily a lot of barrel work. And anytime he started to kind of get ahead or clock early, then I just went ahead and turned him out, you know. So like a lot of times I'd ride him for a week, turn him out for 2 weeks, ride him for a week, turn him out for 2 weeks, you know, and just kind of bounced around with him until then. I don't think that they need a lot of time when they just naturally get it. So when did you know that he had it? I always thought he was a really nice colt. The funny thing is like he has so much personality now, but actually as a colt, he wasn't like that. Like, he was very calm. Like, I never saw him run around or hardly ever play, or I don't know, he was just like very level-headed. Not a lot bothered him. As he got broke and stuff, he kind of got a little spicier. But I think it's really because he was just so naturally good at everything that, you know, you were always constantly like building him up because it was easy. So he was like, that's really where his personality really started to shine, is when he kind of like got the point that, oh, this is fun because it's so easy for me, and everybody tells me how good I am. And I think that that's kind of what came from that. What is his favorite snack? He really likes peppermints, but not when anyone's watching, which is really weird. I can't explain that. But like, if there's people around, he won't take a peppermint from me, so I have no idea. He's very suspicious. He likes Pop-Tarts. He likes the strawberry Pop-Tarts that people send him. And then Fallon sent him these bougie snacks. They're like really expensive with the peppermints, and he loves those. So now I have to buy those. Yeah, good thing he pays for them. With him having such a playful nature, how do you determine when to let him play and be himself and when to hold him to a higher standard of accountability? I don't know. I don't let him be an asshole. So I don't want him to bite me, and I don't encourage him to rear up or any of those things. Like, I know he's pretty playful. I could pretty well tell you like when he's going to do it. So like, if I go to the vet, he's an idiot. He thinks that that's like America's Top Model and he's auditioning for everyone. It's really annoying. But I know he's going to be more playful there. I know he's going to be more playful between rounds at the show. But like, it's generally like taking him. I mean, he's on a trailer literally every single day. I hauled a ride. He goes to the breeding farm. Like, he does all the things. So like, he's hauled all the time. He'll stand on the side of a trailer till the end of freaking time. Like, and he'll like a statue. Like, I never worry about him. He stands next to other horses, no problem. So I know I share like these little clip bits that get everyone going, but like, actually that's probably the easiest stallion that I've ever hauled. He definitely knows the difference. And I think it's important to know like when he's feeling good and like, you know, he's on the best feed and the best care and the best vetting and the best conditioning and like the best of everything. And so like, you can't expect him to stand like a freaking statue. So it's definitely give and take. You know, if I was to pick on all the little things that he did, I would just pick on him nonstop, and I just don't feel like that's a good way to live. So I don't like him to talk, so he gets in trouble for that, because that's usually where all your trouble starts with the stallion. But other than that, like, as long as he's playing and he's happy and he's kind about it, you know, he's fine with me. Like, you know, I'm the one that has to deal with him all the time. So I have a Malinois, so I joke because he's almost like having my dog, but like a bigger version of my dog, which is, if you have a Malinois, you understand. But if you don't, they're crazy. Don't buy one. Besides Facebook, who does your marketing for photos, stallion flyers, website, etc.? So I do 99% of it. Dreamfast Media helps me with all my flyers and everything. She does a great job. She's super affordable. She helps me like also keep updating, which is really cool. B Silva has done my stallion pictures, and he does a great job. The website and everything is me. Like, I do all the, we started doing like all the apparel and stuff. And so I have a company that we work with here locally, and they actually drop ship it all. So I don't keep anything in stock, which has been really helpful because I'm gone so much. It's really hard to get stuff shipped out, which is kind of like if you buy aminos from me, it's the same, right? That's not my main business. I'm happy to make them because it's a private label, so that I can make sure like that the quality is good, but it's also really tough with all the other things that we have going. So it's not like, it's not my main gig. So I am happy to ship them out and to help because it's a good product, but like, we have so much already to do in the shipping. When y'all order 200 sweatshirts, it looked like a sweatshirt factory exploded in my house, and my postmaster was not very happy, and I'm probably gonna have to buy him a bottle of tequila for Christmas. So it's been crazy over here, but I'm so thrilled with all of that. This is a really great question. Are you surprised at the responses from well-known professionals who try to belittle your success and keep you in your place? No, not at all, because they ride way more horses than me and make way less money than me. And the thing about the horse business is like, I try to share all this knowledge and I don't gatekeep. So when you see my stallion nonstop, or I do these videos or whatever we're doing, like, I'm literally showing people how to do it. How to make your horse the most popular horse, and how to like do all these things, and that it's worthwhile to have quality over quantity. And I hope that people that train and do all this stuff can see that, because it's a lot less stressful. It's a lot less work. The best thing is about changing my program over like this is that I truly enjoy every single horse that I sit on. And like, I don't have to ride horses to eat, and they're my horses, and it's what I want to ride and what I want to own. And once you kind of get over that hump where that's how it is, I just think it's awesome. And I wish that more trainers would see that and see that it's not from I'm not, oh, she's bragging, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. It's like everybody kind of wants to like tear me down, but it's so much easier to do everything. I don't know. I wish everyone would do it because they would be so happy. And so I think that there's plenty of money out there for everybody. There's plenty of work out there for everybody. Obviously everyone does things a little differently. So I just hope that people can see that there's money out there for everyone. So I hope that everybody can just be happy. And I hope that trainers and people in this business can step up their marketing, because the Western industry is just so far behind. That's my soapbox for that. But I want to show everyone like how to do it. I hope that everyone can learn from that and do all the things. I want everybody to do all the things. And I cheer the loudest for my friends every time that they win and they do good. And I always try to be encouraging, and I always try to offer information. And I just think that that's, you're only as tough as your competition. That's what I think. So I hope they keep bringing the heat so that I continue to learn as a competitor and be better. Lots of things about ADIOS as a baby. So like, what did I pay for him? And how did I decide to buy him, and all these things. So I actually purchased ADIOS for $25,000. It was kind of before Trace Days really was getting popular. I had a lot of luck on horses that were out of Trace Days mares, and I knew that Trace Days was getting older. I really wanted to try to find a Stallion prospect by Trace Days. I had already had the other Stallion, and so I just wanted to shift my program a little bit. I'm probably one of the few people that is really big on, I don't think you have to spend $1 million for a Stallion prospect. I just think that they have to have all the qualities. So I promise I am pickier about a Stallion than most of the mare owners. And so I think that that's something just to keep in mind, going forward. So you don't have to spend $1 million. They just have to have all those qualities and that he has. I'm also, when I buy a Stallion prospect, I'm not afraid to geld one. So like, as he aged, we asked ourselves all those tough questions. I actually did an article in the Wrangler that's gonna come out this month for March, and it talks about having a Stallion, things that I looked for, all those things. So make sure you go and check that out, because that will answer tons of questions for that one. Did I do anything especially for him as a youngster? As soon as he got home, he got kicked out with all my mares. So I just want him to be well socialized. I've worked very, very hard to socialize him so that I don't have a problem when he is around other horses, gelding, stuff like that, which has really made life a lot easier on the road. Lots of questions about him as his 3-year-old. What was his training and conditioning like to prepare him for his futurity year? We talked a little bit about that, because actually he has a lot less training. I think I really tried to focus on things I thought would be a problem because of his breeding, because of how he wanted to work. So like, he's really steady, really turny. So I really worked hard on making sure, like from the very first ride, that he stayed really honest, coming into the barrels, and really making sure he doesn't want to like set early and all those things. So lots of like keeping his feet moving, making sure like he did not even have a thought in his head to drop in as he's coming into that first barrel, and really stay true to his lines. And I think that that's really served me well coming into this futurity year. So what age do we break him? I sent him off to Rodney as a 2-year-old. And then when he came back, that's, when I started kind of getting him going on the barrels. But a lot of just riding and exposure. Like, I just drugged him everywhere with me, and just when you have a stallion, it's really important, I think, to just have them exposed to as much different things as you can. You know, when I'd go with Sway and go to rodeos, he would go too. He hauled with mares all the time. I have to haul to ride, so like he's literally on the trailer every day. We'd go to the breeding farm and collect him, and I'd come back and ride him. So I just think haul everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. All right, so this is getting a little bit long, so we're gonna go part 2 here in a minute.